right, so let's get into the video that I have of the mainstream outlet who is screaming. If you guys remember, during the Trump's first term, they just screamed non-stop about the Trump-Russia collusion 24/7. And guess what? It all turned out to be a fabricated lie. Basically, the Democrats obstructed every single aspect of Trump's administration based on this lie that they created. So again, this was before the pandemic. So a lot of people still bought into what corporate media was dishing out to them 24/7. You know, the good thing about the pandemic is it awakened a lot of people to understand and know that corporate media just pushes out a narrative. And unfortunately, most of corporate media is backed by this progressive Marxist movement. And the biggest obstacle of President Trump was not the corruption itself. It was the majority of the American people still believed in the mainstream media, and they were getting heavily brainwashed, and they trusted it. They believed in the propaganda. So let's just look on what CNN and the corporate media was pushing out during Trump's first term. Watch this.
Case officer Vladimir Putin is. He knows how to handle an asset, and that's what he's doing with the president.
The Russians offered help. The campaign accepted help. The Russians gave help, and the president made full use of that help. And that is pretty damning.
The top Democrat on the Intelligence Committee is warning today that there is already evidence that the Trump campaign colluded.
Adam Schiff, the top Democrat, saying there is significant evidence of collusion.
Adam Schiff saying there is, quote, significant evidence of collusion. According to Congressman Adam Schiff, who attended the hearing today, President Trump and Trump Jr. had a conversation.
This is something that Adam Schiff, the ranking member of the House Intelligence Committee, brought up today.
We heard from Adam Schiff.
According to Schiff, well,
Here's Adam Schiff.
As soon as Adam Schiff and company walk out of that closed-door hearing, let us know.
The former DNI director, James Clapper, and John Brennan, they all talked about seeing communications, meetings that was concerning them. And this now backs up some of what they've been saying all along.
James Clapper, who knows more about all of this than almost anyone out there.
General Clapper and Director Brennan on the show just a few minutes ago saying that they think that President Trump is being played by Putin.
Reasonable to ask if he could be working on behalf of Russian interests and not the U.S.'s?
Well, it's a reasonable question.
Former acting FBI Director Andrew McCabe, listen to what he said when asked whether he thinks President Trump could be a Russian asset.
It's possible. I think that's why we started our investigation.
Andrew McCabe, I asked him that question. He said, I think it's possible.
It's possible? That is a remarkable statement for a top intelligence official to make.
The FBI, the CIA, the NSA, the former Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, I mean, they've all said this. So to believe that that's wrong, you have to believe they're all involved in an elaborate conspiracy to get Donald Trump, which seems a little far-fetched to me.
Wow. That's what he had to put up with. And at the time, people believed it. People were literally brainwashed, just like we saw during the pandemic. People were brainwashed and buying into the lockdowns, the mandates, closing schools, canceling athletics. People bought into that because of the narrative. But the good news, hopefully, is the majority of Americans now are awakening and going, you know what? The corporate media is against us.